In the remote reaches of the North Atlantic, where the relentless ocean meets the sky in an endless horizon, lie 18 islands of breathtaking isolation and raw beauty. Suspended between Norway and Iceland, these lands rise sharply from the sea, shaped by glaciers, sculpted by wind and carved by waves over countless millennia. This is the Faroe Islands, a place that feels both eternal and untouched, where nature is not merely a backdrop but an active participant in every moment of life. From the perspective of a bird gliding above the cliffs, the islands appear as scattered emerald jewels, each one surrounded by the deep, dark waters of the Atlantic. Their beauty is stark, rugged, and uncompromising, yet there is life here, life that is vibrant, connected, and resilient. The light in the Faroe Islands is unlike anything elsewhere in the world. It is soft yet piercing, diffused through clouds and mist, giving the rolling hills an almost unreal vibrancy. Greens appear more saturated, cliffs more dramatic, and the ocean itself a living mirror of shifting moods. On any given day, the islands can be bathed in golden sunlight, shrouded in fog, drenched in rain, or lashed by winds strong enough to push a grown man backward. The Faroes people embrace this uncertainty with a quiet wisdom, understanding that life here is inseparable from the elements. Their common saying, "If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes," is more than a cliché. It is a reflection of their resilience, adaptability, and deep respect for the forces of nature. Life on the islands is defined by the delicate interplay between isolation and community. The total population is just over 53,000, spread across 17 inhabited islands. This small number fosters a profound intimacy among neighbours. In the Faroe Islands, anonymity is almost impossible. Everyone knows someone who knows someone else, creating a tightly woven social fabric. Even the capital, Tórshavn, with its modern government buildings and shops, retains the feel of a close-knit village. Turf-roofed houses line narrow streets, their dark timber and soft hues speaking of centuries of history. Wandering through the old town, Tinganes, one cannot help but feel the heartbeat of the islands, alive in every corner. The laughter of children, the creak of wooden doors, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee drifting through quiet lanes. The Faroes' approach to family is at the core of their identity. Homes are sanctuaries, protecting against the harsh Atlantic winds, rain and cold. Inside, warmth radiates not only from fires and lamps but from human connection. The Faroes embrace a concept known as hygge, a deliberate cultivation of comfort, contentment, and shared warmth. Multiple generations often live in close proximity, creating support networks that are practical, emotional, and deeply rooted. Children grow up with extraordinary freedom, exploring vast landscapes, fjords, and cliffs as if they were their own backyards. This upbringing instills independence, courage, and an intimate bond with nature. Hospitality is another cornerstone. Opening one's home to friends, neighbours, or even strangers is common, a practice known as heimablídni, reflecting a culture where connection, trust, and generosity are woven into daily life. The sea is central to Faroes' life. For centuries, the island's inhabitants have been skilled seafarers, relying on fishing not only for survival, but as the foundation of the economy. Harbours are alive with activity, from small wooden boats returning with fresh catch to industrial salmon farms supplying the world. Nearly every family has a connection to the sea, whether on a boat working in processing plants or supporting the fishing industry in some capacity. Fishing is more than work. It is a rhythm, a culture, a way of life that demands skill, courage, and profound knowledge of tides, currents, and weather patterns. Despite their isolation, the Faroes have created a modern, well-connected society. Roads, bridges, and innovative subsea tunnels link major islands, transforming what once were arduous sea journeys into short daily commutes. The public transport system is efficient, reliable, and heavily subsidized, ensuring even the smallest villages remain connected. Fiber optic internet allows the island's residents to participate in the global digital economy without sacrificing the quiet, natural life they cherish. This seamless blending of modern convenience and deep-seated tradition defines the Faroes experience. It is possible to live on a remote cliffside with wind and waves as neighbours, and yet work, communicate and study as if part of a bustling metropolis. Culture and tradition are alive, thriving and central to Faroes' identity. The Faroes language, a North Germanic tongue descended directly from Old Norse, carries centuries of oral history, from epic sagas to ballads recounting heroes, kings and mythical creatures. Chain dancing, an ancient ritual where participants link arms and move in hypnotic rhythmic steps while singing traditional songs called kvedi, remains a central expression of this heritage. These dances, accompanied only by the human voice and the percussive stamp of feet, are mesmerizing, connecting generations in a living thread of history. National costumes, meticulously hand-woven and adorned with silver clasps, are worn proudly during celebrations, weddings and festivals, embodying a tangible link between past and present. Food culture in the Faroe Islands mirrors the landscape, honest, elemental, and deeply tied to nature. Seafood dominates the diet, prepared simply to preserve the fresh taste of cod, salmon, haddock and mackerel. Traditional preservation methods like wind-drying and fermentation create flavors rich with complexity, an acquired taste for outsiders but treasured by locals. Lamb from Hardy, free-roaming Faroes sheep provides another dietary cornerstone. Foraging for herbs, berries, and wild greens during the short summer months supplements these staples, reflecting a cuisine that is sustainable, seasonal, and profoundly local. Modern chefs are also reinventing Faroes cuisine, blending ancient techniques with contemporary flair, creating a culinary experience that attracts international attention while honoring tradition. The landscape itself demands reverence and engagement. There are no native forests. Instead, rolling hills covered in thick green grass meet cliffs that plunge into the churning ocean. Hiking is more than recreation. It is a ritual of connection, a way to feel the soul of the islands beneath one's feet, to touch the wind and the sea, and to experience solitude on an epic scale. Ancient stone paths once used to travel between villages are now trails to breathtaking vistas. From the Kalur lighthouse on Kalsoy to the floating illusion of Lake Sørvágsvatn, every journey reveals the island's dramatic beauty. Sheep are constant companions, outnumbering humans nearly 2-to-1, providing wool for traditional knitwear and meat for sustenance. Seabirds, too, remain central, their cliffs harvested by daring locals in a centuries-old tradition of courage and resourcefulness. Life here is a delicate balance between tradition and modernity, isolation and connectivity, human endeavor and natural force. Every home, harbor, festival and landscape reflects a careful negotiation between enduring heritage and contemporary necessity. In a world rushing forward, the Faroe Islands offer a rare and profound lesson in living deliberately, attuned to nature and deeply connected to community. Life in the Faroe Islands is not only shaped by nature, but also by a culture that is rich, vibrant and deeply interwoven with the identity of its people. Festivals and traditions are not mere celebrations. They are living expressions of a society that balances ancient customs with modern sensibilities. The island's calendar is marked by events that bring the entire community together, reinforcing bonds that are strengthened by centuries of shared history. Olavsøka, the national day, is one of the most significant occasions. Streets are alive with music, laughter, and vibrant displays of Faroes' national costumes. Hand-woven garments adorned with intricate embroidery and silver clasps become symbols of pride, each stitch a testament to craftsmanship and heritage. During these celebrations, generations mingle effortlessly, and the entire population participates in dances, songs, and communal feasts, creating a sense of belonging that outsiders often find magical. Music in the Faroe Islands is a bridge between the past and present. Traditional chain dances and kvedi ballads preserve stories of Viking heroes, ancient kings, and mythical creatures passed down orally through centuries. These songs are not performances, they are communal experiences where each participant becomes a vessel for history. The hypnotic rhythm of stamping feet, the rising and falling of voices, and the shared energy of the crowd connect the living with the ancestors, reinforcing a collective memory that is as strong today as it was hundreds of years ago. Modern Faroes musicians, inspired by this rich heritage, are now blending traditional elements with contemporary genres. creating music that resonates internationally while remaining unmistakably Faroese. Education is another cornerstone of Faroe's life, reflecting a society that values knowledge, opportunity, and connection to the wider world. Public schools are excellent, nurturing children with a balance of academic rigor and practical life skills. From an early age, students learn not only traditional subjects but also a deep understanding of the environment, geography, and cultural history of the islands. Despite this, higher education often requires leaving the islands, typically to Denmark, the United Kingdom, or other European countries. This departure is a rite of passage, a chance to experience anonymity, diversity, and global perspectives far from the tight-knit familiarity of home. Yet for most Faroes youth, the pull of the islands remains strong. Many return, drawn by family bonds, community ties, and the extraordinary quality of life that the islands offer. Those who come back bring with them new ideas, skills, and perspectives, creating a dynamic cycle of cultural renewal and economic innovation. The Faroes' economy is deeply rooted in tradition, yet evolving steadily. Fishing remains the lifeblood of the islands, with each season shaping the rhythm of work and daily life. Harbours hum with activity from dawn to dusk as fishermen navigate unpredictable waters, returning with cod, haddock, mackerel, and salmon. On shore, processing plants transform the catch into products for export across Europe and beyond. Yet alongside this enduring industry, new opportunities are emerging. Tourism is growing carefully, attracting travellers seeking pristine landscapes, dramatic cliffs, and authentic experiences. Local entrepreneurs are creating innovative businesses, craft breweries using locally sourced rhubarb, design studios crafting high-fashion knitwear from traditional Faroes wool, and small tech ventures connecting the islands to the global digital economy. Each enterprise reflects a delicate balance: progress that respects tradition, modernity that honours heritage, and innovation that thrives without compromising the island's character. Faroese cuisine is a vivid reflection of both the land and sea. Every meal tells a story of survival, sustainability, and creativity. Seafood is the undisputed staple. Fresh cod, salmon, haddock, and mackerel dominate daily diets. Traditional preservation methods such as wind-drying and fermenting fish in wooden sheds called jala create flavours that are pungent, complex, and deeply rooted in local history. Lamb, sourced from free-roaming Faroes sheep, offers a distinct savoury flavour shaped by the salty grasses and rugged terrain. Summer months bring foraging for wild herbs, berries, and greens, supplementing the diet with fresh seasonal flavours. Yet the culinary landscape is evolving. In Tórshavn and beyond, innovative chefs are reimagining traditional ingredients, blending centuries-old techniques with contemporary flair, creating dishes that honour heritage while appealing to modern tastes. Cosy cafes have emerged, offering handmade pastries, local coffee, and spaces for gathering, a reminder that even amidst change, the Faroes' commitment to community remains unwavering. The relationship between the Faroes people and their environment extends beyond food. Hiking and outdoor exploration are integral to daily life, connecting residents with the island's dramatic landscapes. Ancient stone paths, once the only routes between villages, now serve as trails to breathtaking vistas. The Kalur Lighthouse on Kalsoy offers views over cliffs and fjords that seem sculpted by fantasy itself. Lake Sørvágsvatn creates a surreal optical illusion, appearing to float above the ocean. These journeys are immersive experiences, the springy turf underfoot, the wind tugging at clothes, the distant roar of waves crashing below, and the endless horizon merging sky and sea. Sheep dot the hillsides in clusters, their presence both practical and emblematic of Faroes life. Seabirds, too, remain vital, with locals practicing cliff rappelling for centuries to collect eggs, a daring testament to courage and intimate knowledge of the environment. Modern infrastructure is seamlessly integrated with the rugged landscape, reflecting the Faroese' ability to innovate in harmony with nature. Subsea tunnels, including the world's first underwater roundabout, link islands that were once separated by treacherous waters. Bridges and roads allow travel with relative ease, yet every journey remains imbued with a sense of adventure. Even in the most isolated villages, residents enjoy high-speed internet, reliable transportation, and access to essential services, bridging the gap between remoteness and connectivity. This combination allows for the rare luxury of living immersed in nature without sacrificing access to the modern world, creating a lifestyle that balances freedom, comfort, and self-reliance. The Faroes' approach to challenges, whether environmental, economic, or cultural, is methodical and community-oriented. Storms can delay ferries, cancel flights, or disrupt daily plans, yet these challenges are met collectively, with neighbours supporting one another and communities adapting with grace. Limited arable land, high import costs, and a small population require careful planning and innovation, yet the Faroes navigate these constraints with pragmatism and patience. Cultural preservation remains paramount. Every festival, song, and architectural detail is a deliberate act of continuity, ensuring that progress does not erode identity. Even the growth of tourism is managed thoughtfully, with initiatives like closed-for-maintenance weekends where volunteers maintain trails and protect the environment, demonstrating a deep respect for both nature and heritage. At the heart of life in the Faroe Islands is a profound sense of belonging. People choose to stay not out of necessity but because of the intangible qualities the islands provide: safety, community, freedom for children, and a profound connection to the natural world. In an era dominated by digital noise and constant distraction, the islands offer silence, solitude, and reflection. Homes, harbours, hillsides, and festivals all work together to foster this sense of rootedness. Every stone, every blade of grass, and every wave reinforces the bond between the Faroes and their homeland. This connection is not romanticized. It is practical, lived, and deeply respected, forming the foundation of a society that thrives in isolation, yet is profoundly connected internally and externally. In the Faroe Islands, life is measured not by speed or accumulation, but by rhythm, connection, and presence. Days are structured around the sea, the weather, and communal obligations, while evenings, especially during the long northern winters, become intimate, reflective times spent with family, friends, and oneself. The long daylight of summer contrasts with the deep winter darkness, creating a cycle of energy and introspection, activity and rest, outward engagement and inward reflection. Every aspect of life, from food and festivals to work and education, is shaped by the island's unique environment, fostering resilience, adaptability, and deep human connection. The Faroe Islands are a testament to the enduring power of place. They demonstrate how humans can thrive not by conquering nature, but by understanding, respecting, and coexisting with it. Here, culture is alive, traditions are vibrant, and every day is infused with beauty, challenge, and community. To visit, or to live, is to experience a world both wild and comforting, vast yet intimately familiar, where every moment is a reminder that life is richest when it is deeply connected to both people and place. The Faroe Islands are a study in contrasts, a place where the ancient and modern exist in seamless harmony, where isolation fosters both creativity and community, and where every challenge of nature is met with resilience, ingenuity, and collective effort. While the islands are undeniably remote, they are far from stagnant. Modern life thrives alongside tradition, creating a society that is dynamic, innovative, and deeply connected to its environment. In towns and villages, one can witness this blend in real time. Fiber optic cables stretch beneath the sea, providing high-speed internet to homes perched on cliffs. State-of-the-art ferries navigate the turbulent Atlantic with precision, and small businesses harness centuries-old skills to create products that compete on a global scale. Young Faroes grow up in a world shaped by both freedom and responsibility. Their playgrounds are vast landscapes, fjords, cliffs, mountains, and endless coastlines. But these spaces are also classrooms. From an early age, children learn to navigate rugged terrain, respect the power of the sea, and understand the rhythms of nature. Independence is nurtured, yet a strong sense of duty to family and community is instilled. The islands are small, so the successes and struggles of one family ripple through the entire society. This interdependence creates a profound awareness of collective responsibility and ensures that young Faroes are both capable and compassionate. Education continues to play a pivotal role in bridging tradition and global perspective. Schools encourage exploration of local culture, history, and language, while also preparing students for the wider world. Higher education often takes young people abroad, exposing them to diverse ideas, cultures, and technologies. Many return, bringing skills and perspectives that fuel local innovation, from sustainable fisheries and ecotourism ventures to creative industries like fashion, design, and media. The challenge is keeping young, educated residents engaged at home, a delicate balance between offering opportunity and preserving the island's unique identity. Tourism, while relatively modest compared to major European destinations, is increasingly important to the economy. Visitors are drawn not only by the dramatic cliffs, cascading waterfalls, and pristine fjords, but also by the island's authenticity and sense of place. The Faroes' approach to tourism is intentional and sustainable. Popular hiking trails may close for maintenance, ensuring that footpaths, vegetation, and wildlife remain protected. Local guides offer immersive experiences that emphasize history, folklore, and environmental stewardship rather than superficial sightseeing. Small guest houses, family-run restaurants, and craft studios allow visitors to engage directly with local culture, experiencing Faroes life in its most genuine form. This approach reinforces the island's identity while generating income and opportunity for residents. Sustainability is woven into every aspect of Faroes life. The islands are acutely aware of their vulnerability to climate change, import reliance, and the delicate balance of local ecosystems. Fishing regulations, careful land use, and renewable energy initiatives reflect a commitment to long-term survival. Wind power, hydroelectric plants, and smart energy practices reduce dependence on imported fossil fuels, while fisheries operate within strict quotas to protect marine life. The Faroes' relationship with the environment is not passive. It is deliberate, measured, and rooted in centuries of observation and experience. Every decision, from construction to farming to tourism, is informed by the knowledge that the island's resources are finite and precious. Despite the challenges of isolation, modern Faroes life is comfortable and connected. Subsea tunnels link major islands in ways that once seemed impossible, transforming travel from treacherous boat journeys to smooth, reliable commutes. Roads curve around cliffs and fjords, providing breathtaking views while maintaining efficiency. Even remote villages have access to hospitals, schools, and essential services. High-speed internet connects the Faroes to global markets, education, and entertainment. Yet it never diminishes the island's slow, deliberate pace of life. Residents experience both the peace of a secluded existence and the opportunities of modern connectivity, a rare combination in today's world. The island's weather, while often harsh and unpredictable, shapes not only daily routines but also the Faroes' character. Storms, heavy rains, fog and wind are constants, yet they are approached with resilience, ingenuity, and humour. Boats are built to withstand the strongest waves, houses designed to endure relentless winds, and clothing engineered for both warmth and mobility. Islanders develop a profound respect for nature's power, understanding that survival and prosperity depend on observation, preparation, and adaptability. This intimate knowledge of their environment is passed down through generations, forming a cultural memory that blends practical skill with a deep appreciation for beauty and danger alike. Art, literature, and storytelling continue to thrive, bridging past and present. Faroes artists draw inspiration from the dramatic landscapes, the rhythms of daily life, and centuries of folklore. Writers, filmmakers, and musicians interpret history, myth, and modern experience in ways that resonate both locally and globally. Public art, small galleries, and cultural festivals celebrate this creative energy, emphasizing identity, continuity, and innovation. Even traditional crafts, from knitting to woodwork, are finding new life in contemporary markets, connecting heritage to entrepreneurship. Community remains at the heart of Faroes' existence. In small villages, neighbors support one another through life's challenges, whether by sharing resources, providing shelter during storms, or helping with daily chores. Social cohesion is a necessity, not a luxury. This interconnectedness is also evident in the island's informal networks of aid and collaboration. People collaborate to maintain trails, preserve wildlife habitats, and ensure that the local economy thrives without sacrificing the environment or culture. Every individual is both independent and part of a greater whole, balancing personal ambition with shared responsibility. Life in the Faroe Islands also teaches patience, reflection, and the value of stillness. Long summer days bring nearly endless light, encouraging productivity, exploration, and social engagement. Winter, by contrast, brings only a few hours of dim daylight, enveloping the islands in quiet, introspective nights. These rhythms encourage balance, periods of intense activity followed by periods of rest, times of outward engagement balanced by inward reflection. Residents adapt, find solace in family, hobbies, and community, and emerge renewed with each change of season. Ultimately, the Faroe Islands offer a profound lesson about living deliberately. Here, people are attuned to nature, connected to community, and rooted in a rich cultural heritage. The island's beauty, isolation, and rhythm of life foster resilience, creativity, and a deep sense of belonging. Residents do not take these gifts for granted. They are part of daily practice, woven into the fabric of society in every meal, story, journey, and celebration. It is a place where every wave, a gust of wind, cliff, and fjord reminds inhabitants of their connection to the natural world, their community, and the past that shaped them. For those who live here, the Faroe Islands are not merely home. They are identity, history, and sanctuary. The islands demand respect, patience, and participation, rewarding those who engage with the land, the sea, and the people with a life of unparalleled richness, safety, and connection. In a world that moves faster every day, the Faroes demonstrate that true wealth lies not in material abundance, but in harmony with nature, culture, and one another. Every day on these islands is a testament to human adaptability, cultural pride, and the enduring magic of living in a place where the wild is never tamed, yet life flourishes in a delicate, beautiful balance. The Faroe Islands are a world unto themselves, a living demonstration that in the edge of the Atlantic, where isolation meets community and tradition meets modernity, life can be extraordinary. Here, people are not merely surviving, they are thriving, creating a society that is resilient, vibrant, and profoundly connected to the very land and sea that shape it. To visit is to witness this delicate dance of human life with nature. To live here is to be part of a story that spans centuries, yet continues to evolve with every new generation. This is the Faroe Islands, wild, resilient, beautiful, and alive in ways that few other places on Earth can match.